teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome to Pasadena, California, in the iconic Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Street. Time to find out who's going to be moving on in the college football playoff. Kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. To the right. We get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run, you can go to play action, really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
They're moving the receiver now before the snap. They stop him behind the line. That'll set up 4th down now. Decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Swing to the wide receiver. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
But this coach isn't holding anything back today. Plenty of time left, and the confidence to go for it is very telling of the faith he has in his guys.
Four teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome to Pasadena, California, and the iconic Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. It's quarterfinal time in the CFP, and let's get it going. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Looking to throw in the opening snap of this playoff game. Gets made on the out route. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
That's big-time play by the wide receiver. Makes the catch, breaks the tackle, and then gets some yards afterward.
One play, and they're already past the 40. First and 10. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. The running back here in a direct snap. And brought down at the line with that big defensive tackle.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and the run fits on that play.
Here's the second down play. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Receiver makes the grab. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of the first down.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Adams. Here he goes. Touchdown, tied, as they claim the lead in this playoff game. We come out in the playoff game for no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And now the try here for the extra point. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Returner looking to make a play here. Shotgun. Here's an inside give.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, helping just be 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Bringing pressure. And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack.
As expected, this Alabama defense is laying the wood and living in the backfield of their opponent. Such upfield speed, it's dangerous.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Now on third and very long, looking to throw. Very tight coverage. It's incomplete on the deflection.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And the fair catch, signaled for and taken. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Caught, completion. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, stopped the ball to 44.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Misses the receiver, incomplete.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Here comes a handoff. They make the stop at the 34, but suddenly this offense is in scoring position now. 1st down.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Makes the catch, can he get in? He will score! Touchdown, Crimson Tide!
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And they'll set up with a PAT. The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Bringing it out, it's Graham. He's brought down just across the 25-yard line. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Are coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. And there's the handoff. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Solid gain on the play there, wiped out by the penalty flag. Gets it out quickly to the left side.
But Chris, with this style of RPO, the quarterback has to do a really good job of staying on that ride with the running back to make sure that the defense is really up against the run before he can pull it out and throw the football. Here, it's a little further downfield, but the same result as far as the potential and the big gain coming off of an RPO.
He's in the clear. To make the tackle, but it's enough for a 1st down. Good call in that screen play.
Defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
So the explosive play changes the complexion of the drive. They're set up outside the 30 now. Grab behind the line. It's Porter. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
It can be hard sometimes in a pre-snap, but if the quarterback can identify the outside coverage, he can avoid these kind of losses. This was just man coverage on the outside, and the secondary pounced on that screen.
Looking to throw yet again. He's wide open. Look out. The tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. First and goal from the 9.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards, good push inside there by that offensive line.
Offense facing second and goal. Line for the end zone, running it right up the gut. Touchdown, Ohio State, as they get on the board here in this playoff game. A much-needed score, trying to just hang in this game right now.
Man, I love that they're not giving up. They are continuing to fight and try to get themselves back into this game.
PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's got it inside the 15. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. And the first play of the drive now set up at the 27. First down, they're going to throw the football. Over the middle, it's Adams. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
They'll try to run it with the option. He'll toss it to the back. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from the first down.
Oh, the defense is ready for that one. They almost got that blown up before it got started.
Crucial third down play coming up. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Swarm with a pass rush. Sack.
And they finally get to the quarterback with that sack. He was already thrown 2 touchdowns in his first half. So the defense really needed that small victory for many reasons.
No, kick it away here. Special teams in this playoff game. This college football playoff game is all tied up, and Kirk, it's beginning to feel like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. He should be the last play of the quarter. A draw to the back. And the offense going backwards in that play. Defense makes a stop to wrap up the first quarter. So at the end of one, we are dead even as these teams continue their pursuit of a national championship. Let's take a quick look at the game summary so far. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. It is intercepted. He's bringing it back. Touchdown, Ohio State. A defensive score in this playoff game. Wow.
That one, Chris. The big man goes up, shows his skills to come up with that interception, and then the athletic ability to run it back for a touchdown. The big guy can move.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Adams. He's brought down to the 27-yard line. This return. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. And looking to throw now on first down. Using his legs here. He's got a first down and more. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
Makes the catch downfield. Breaks into the clear. And they got him down at the 3. Big gain on that completion.
Boy, huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
Alabama's offense now lining up on first and goal. The receiver grabs it, but the play loses yardage. Very tough second down coming up now.
Well, sometimes these wide receiver screens, the quarterback simply needs to play the numbers game to the outside, and he can avoid these negative plays in the future. Pretty much that simple.
Ball back at the 6 for second and goal off that loss. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Bama.
Because that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
Here comes the point after attempt. And it's good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Returner choosing to field this one. The coverage team able to bring him down. Comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well. Man, oh man, was the defense ready for this play. The quarterback just searching for anywhere to go, looking for daylight, but couldn't find anywhere to go in to keep him.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, He's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Tough situation with the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. The pass is intercepted. Could take it all the way. At the 10. Touchdown, Alabama. 6 points for the defense in this playoff game. What a moment. So the pick six is wiped away by the defensive pass interference. What a huge call there and a big momentum shift. The Buckeyes with 1st and 10 here. Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. Breaking free at midfield. Finally make the tackle, but not before he crosses midfield. 1st down at the 44.
Boy, that's a beautiful run here for the 1st down. Really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. Just so many great backs, and we're seeing another one right here.
It's a fumble. The defense scoops it up. They bring him down after a short return, but this defense comes up with the takeaway.
I get being upset at the ball carrier for coughing up the ball, but let's not ignore how big of a hit that was. Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defender for making a great play.
And the back gets the football. Sophomore with a strong tackle there.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Play action fake. Looking to throw. Caught by the receiver. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. That completion sets up an important 3rd down play. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking for his big tight end. Takes the grab with plenty of room to run. Finally brought down to the 20-yard line. A huge gain puts him in great scoring position. Alabama now operating in the red zone. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give.
Love this early in the game by this defense. Taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the 1st down.
We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute timeout. Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the option play. Pitches to the back. Brought down quickly after the pitch. The defense reading that option very well.
Well, when they called that one in, I doubt they thought it was going to go backwards like it did. Normally, you can get a few out of these option plays, but they got nothing here.
Offense thinking touchdown, not field goal, facing a 3rd and long from the 20-yard line. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Defense is coming after him. He'll be taken down. There is a flag in the field. We'll see if this sack holds up. For that offensive penalty will be declined by the defense. They're happy to take the result of that play. So now on comes the field goal unit, trying to knock it through from 48 yards away. And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg.
The snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Looking to throw it on first down. Grab down the middle. It's Miller. They bring him down, but a solid gain there on first down. Looks to be just inches short of the mark. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
The pocket breaking down. The pass rush gets home. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half.
Now, that's the one thing about a guy that always feels that he can rely on his legs. He's always trying to make a play, and this time he just wasn't able to get away from the defense, and that is a big loss for the offense.
Going for a big play downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Look out, off and running. Touchdown, Buckeyes. There was no catching him that time.
Man, this defense coordinator better adjust to this receiver. All they did was get him the ball in space, and you can see what he can do after the catch. One defender will not slow this receiver down today. You better bracket him or use double coverage.
Extra point makes the lead 4. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Bringing it out, it's Adams. And it'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. Movement at the second level of the defense now. He's running out of time here. And he just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure. Just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Singleton.
Well, I like how the quarterback used his eyes to move the defense and then came back and made an accurate throw there on the quick slant.
We're going to throw for it on third and short. Grab down the middle. It's Singleton. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offense coordinator's doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
Looks like one more play here before halftime. Going again on 2nd and 10. Looking downfield near the end zone. And it falls incomplete. They tried for a big chunk play on the final play of the period. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. And here's the return from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Trying to build the lead as we begin the third quarter and trying to clean up those pass protection issues. The quarterback keeps it on the option.
It's a nice game by this offense. This quarterback has such a good feel for running the option. Whether it's handing it, keeping it himself, or pitching it, puts a lot of pressure on the discipline of this defense.
Important second down play coming up. Offense looking to throw the ball. Pop over the middle. It's Roberts. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
Nice throw and catch here for the Buckeyes. And you know, Chris, it's hard to think of a time when Ohio State didn't have an efficient, prolific quarterback under center.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. Looking for some space. It's Jackson. Going absolutely nowhere after a loss of the play. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kurt.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back end, nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
They'll keep it on the ground with the draw play. Got the first down and still motoring. That's a solid gain. Moves the football inside the 40. First and 10.
These guys didn't let the halftime break slow them down. They continue to dominate the line of scrimmage, give the ball to the back. Nice big positive game to get things started here in the second half.
Finds his man. It's Miller. Tackle, block. First down.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with the secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
Trying to run, it's Jackson. He's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Any offense loves to call a play on 1st and 5 after that offsides penalty. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? They'll run it from the gun. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
So if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice game. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. It's going to be a loss on the play. Force it out. Great play by the defense.
A lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it and they get the sack.
And he's got it. No problem.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Adams. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. throwing here to start the drive. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. That completion makes it second and medium. Quarterback still with the football. Gets the first and still running. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
I mean, this guy's having a dream day. Already over 200 yards through the air. Now showing you what he can do with his feet. This guy's a complete package under center.
That's a solid run. Good for first down yardage. The sure hands. It's Edwards. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple of plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, man, puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Here's the handoff. Crosses the 10-yard line. They finally stop him. It's a huge gain down to the 23.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
Looking to scramble. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. I mean, not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Now it's second down here. Wants to throw it. Deep shot toward the end zone. He makes the catch. Touchdown, tied.
Well, another touchdown pass for this quarterback. Multiple scores on the day. He is in total control of this offense right now, and the defense just doesn't have an answer.
And now they'll set up for the point after. The PAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the third quarter. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Returner decides to field it. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. The first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Caught in the backfield. It's Porter. To get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
Lets it go quickly. Wide open downfield. They finally make the tackle all the way down to the 32.
Boy, what a big-time play here by this wide receiver. You know, sometimes, Chris, I wonder if Woody Hayes would be enjoying this modern passing attack from his Buckeyes. And I'd like to think that winning would outweigh any concerns he may have about that ball being in the air so often.
The Buckeyes will have 1st and 10 here. The It's an out route. The catch made. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they jump on top here in the second half. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes a catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch. And this defense just unable to corral him.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Bringing it out. It's Adams. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. A direct snap. He breaks free. First down and more. He's still running. Solid gain there. Moves the ball up to the 32.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. Past the 45. Breaks loose at the 40. Here he goes. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
What a long run for a touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
Now the all-important extra point. He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the third period. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Well, they thought about coming out, but instead takes a lead and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. First play of the drive now, the 25. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Jackson. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Short completion there. Second down coming up. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Love this aggressive mindset from the quarterback and offensive coordinator. Found the matchup that you wanted. Take a shot downfield. You don't hit it, but you made the defense be aware of it.
The offense now facing a third and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Incomplete. As good as he threw the ball, that's a big third down defensive play.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
The returner is brought down, and that will do it now for the third period. This has been a tremendous fight through three quarters. This playoff game deadlocked heading to the final period. Let's check out the game summary so far. And let's see how this one unfolds in the final quarter, set to get underway. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right side. Tackle finally made at the 37, and first and 10 from there.
With that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, of this playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Quick throw, the catch is made. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. He keeps it on a design run. Looks like Alabama will have the first down. First down here for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Gets made on the outback. And runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
Nowhere to run on that play. They've got him in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard.
Well, a lot of times as a play caller, you go to the draw play because you feel the defensive front is just consumed with trying to get pressure on the quarterback. They go with the draw, but the defense is completely locked in. Does a nice job of showing discipline to completely negate the play.
And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
And that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Touchdown, Bama. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Return starts from inside the 5. Be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency.
But how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
We got some ground to make up. 2nd and long from the 15. Looking to throw here. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. He can go. They finally tackle him, but an excellent return after the pick.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, textbook job by the defense, surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Here we go, late in a tight game. This might be the biggest play so far. 3rd and 2. Caught near the sticks. It's Adams. Touchdown, Alabama. Still no answer for this offensive machine. Well, Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
And the point after is good. He got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Returner trying to create good field position. Returner is brought down. Gets it started on the next drive. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Their championship dream's not quite dead yet, but it's desperation time. They've got to get... And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Into the open. Touchdown. Tied. A defensive score in this playoff game. Wow.
Well, it's just something freeing when you have this kind of lead and you can just turn the defense loose. Getting aggressive pays off for them here. They get the interception. And what athletic ability there to take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Fielded in the end zone. It's Graham. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Offense cross out onto the field, hoping to start a drive here. First down, looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, the pass is picked off. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
Running out of time in the pocket. Looking for the end zone. Has a lane. Touchdown. Crimson Tide. This offense cannot be stopped. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kirk.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
And they tack on the extra point. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Bringing it out, it's Graham. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Any hopes of staying alive in a playoff depend on making a play, scoring, and scoring quickly here. It's desperation time. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. What a catch by the sophomore.
That's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
The game moves the ball to the 39. It'll be first down. Grab down the middle. It's Porter. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Way too much speed in that play.
Well, you can tell that this play caller, the offense coordinator, he's thinking about the future. He wants to see how his quarterback and how this offense wants to compete when this game's out of reach. He's going to be very happy with the result of this play.
Now here comes the point after attempt. And it's up and good. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Adams. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense tries to put the finishing touches here on a lopsided victory. Second down after that previous play. Send the back in motion. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looking deep to the right side. Receiver left alone down there for a huge gain. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Chris, I'm kind of surprised they're still taking shots downfield. They got a big lead. We're in the fourth quarter. Run the ball. Get out of Dodge. Keep everybody healthy.
So this offense is threatening now. Ball inside the 40 after that explosive play. And the quarterback keeps it here. And they've got him in the backfield. It's a 4-yard loss.
And it's a nice job by this defense. They saw option. They actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read. And then they corral him for a loss. You could tell they worked hard.
Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bama.
Well, if you're going to give it to him, he's going to take it. That's his third touchdown today against this defense. Whether they play zone or they play man, he's finding ways to win matchups and get the ball to the end zone.
And they get set now to try the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Bringing it out. It's Graham. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Pressure is coming. Looking deep for late-game heroics. Aggressive call, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Love the idea of the defense getting more speed on the field, whether it's nickel or dime. Get as many defensive backs on the field as you can, and then sit back when you're working with this kind of lead in the fourth quarter. You don't want to give up the big play. Force them to throw underneath, tackle them inbounds, and keep that clock moving.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on fourth down. Looking to chuck it again. Oh, they've got him. A fourth down sack and a turnover on downs.
Well, they just had to go for this, Chris. Pretty obvious. Not much of a choice. Down late in the game like this, you got to be aggressive. You got to take a chance. This was clearly just not their day.
And it's a kneel down. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. Looks like the quarterback will just take a knee here.
Well, this is what you hope for. Have a chance to just take a knee in this game and advance in the playoff.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's